Today we're going to be finding and modeling factors. The first thing we need to know is what a factor really is. A factor is a number multiplied by another number to find a product. So down here we can see an example. We have a factor times a factor equals a product. So in this first one here we're going to model factors, and it says model the factors of 24. And so in order to do that, I am going to change my pen color to black. And then we're going to begin modeling the factors of 24. So we know that 1 times any number is that number. Anytime a number looks at a 1, it's like looking in a mirror. And so we know that 1 is always going to be a factor of pretty much every number. So we're going to do 1 times 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And we're only going to go down one spot. And then we're going to go clear across over here again. And as you know here, we have 24 squares within there. And our factors are 1 and 24. So then we're going to see, let's try 2. 2 times what equals 24? So let's go 2, go down 2. And I know that 2 times 12 is 24. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we're going to come down and across. So we have 2 times the factor of 12 is going to give us 24 boxes in there. And we can do 3. 3 times 8. So let's come over here. We're going to do 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to go down 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll go over our 3 and down here. And we have our 8 and our 3. And we could look at this two ways. We could look at this as 3 times 8, or we could look at this as 8 times 3. Either way, we're using those factor pairs in there. So then we have our factors of, let's see, so we have 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 8 and 3. Let's see, 4 times something, 4 times 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go over 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 4 times 6 is 24. 5 times nothing will be 24, because in order for something to be multiplied by 5, it has to end with a 5 or a 0. 6, we already have 6, so we can stop there. So those would be the factors of 24 being modeled out. On our next slide here, it says model and list the factors of 12. So we're going to model and list the factors of 12. So once again, models the same way we were before. We always know that 1 times 12 is always a safe bet because 1 is always a factor. So we go 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And so we have our 1 times 12 there. And so 1 and 12. We have a 2 times 6 we could do. So let's go 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 times... See, I goofed up there. My 2 and my 6 goofed up there. I got to think about that. 2 times 6 there. Then we have our 3 times 4. So we're going to come over here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Go over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we get our 3 times 4. Okay, now 3 and 4 meet up together, so we're going to stop there. And let's see, we have over here for our factor pairs, we're going to list off our factor pairs. Now our pairs are the factors that work together to equal the product. So our 2 times 6, our 12 times 1, our 3 times 4. It doesn't matter in what order we put them over here as long as our pairs are placed together. So let's go ahead. We're going to go 2 times 6 here. 2 and 6. And then let's go our 1 and 12. And our 3 times 4. Once again, it doesn't matter how we do it as long as our factors are put together. Now, down below here, it says the factors of 12 from least to greatest. So we're going to put the factors in from least to greatest. Now, because it says least to greatest, this does matter how we put them in. So we are going to write our factors in from least to greatest. So we know that 1 is the least. If we look over here, we also have a 2. So we're going to put in our 2. We have a 3, we have a 4, we do not have a 5, but we do have a 6, we don't have a 7, we don't have an 8, we don't have a 9, we don't have a 10, we don't have an 11, but our last one is always our 12. And the funny thing here is you can actually draw a rainbow to connect these together. By doing this. Our 1 times 12. We have a 2 times 6. And we have a 3 times 4. And notice how that just kind of connects them all together so that we know what our factors are. On this next slide, we're just going to list the factors. So as you can see here, we have our 28, 25, and 36. Now, it doesn't necessarily say that we have to list them in any kind of order. So we could just think about our factors that we have. 28 here. We could think about our factors. We have 1 and 28. 1, 28. Because 1 times 28 is 28. We also have 2 times 14. We also have a 4 times a 7, which would equal 28. And well, we don't have any 5 times anything, or 6 times anything, or 7 times, 7. That hits it. So we're going to stop, and we're going to go down to the 20. Now on the 20, I'm going to do these in order from least to greatest, because I like the rainbow effect that it creates. So I'm going to think of 1 times 20. And I'm going to write 1 and 20 both in, separated out, leaving space in the middle so that I can put in other words. Or other numbers. So we have our 1 and we have our 20. And then I know that 2 times 10 is 20, so I'm going to put in my 2. And I'm going to put in my 10. And then I know that 3 times nothing's 20. 4 times 5 is 20. So we're going to put our 4 and our 5 in there. Now, 6 times nothing's 20, 7 times nothing's 20, 8 times nothing's 20. So unless we have something times itself that's 20 in here, usually that's where we can stop. So we're going to stop there. Okay, so now we're going to look at our 5 here. and we have our 5, and we're going to try and find the factors of 5. So we know that 1 is always a factor, 2, and then 1 times 5, of course, because 5 looks in the mirror of 1 and only sees itself, so we have 1 and 5. But there are no other factors for 5. 5 is known as what we call a prime number. A prime number only has 2 factors, 1 and itself. Then we move down here to 36. 36, we know that there are several factors for, so we're going to go with 1 times 36. I like the rainbow effect. So I'm going to put it over here. 1 times 36. Because 6 is an even number, I know that there's going to be a factor of 2. So 2 times 18. And in some cases, if you're not sure, you really have to divide it and see if you can figure that out if you don't know all of your basic multiplication facts. So then we're going to go to a 3. 3 times 12 is 36. And then we have 4. 4 times 9 equals 36. And our last one here is kind of funny. There's no 5. 5 times nothing will equal 36. 5 times 7 is 35. So we're going to go to 6. 6 times 6 is 36. Now, because it's 6 times 6, I only need to put one of those in here because I'm only listing it. So I'm just going to put 1 6 in here. And 6 times 6 is 36, and that's where we can stop. And so our factors of 36 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 36. And that is how we list factors or model and list factors.